Hello, this is Charles Harvey, candidate for President of the United States for the year 2012. The first possible President of the United States has an advanced degree in mental health, majoring in managing a nonprofit organization. And last time I checked, the USA is definitely nonprofit. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of the backgrounds, the majority of them were senators, of course, 14 of them. 11 were governors. The next large number, third large number, were lawyers. There was 8 of them. There was 1 soldier. There was 3 military officers. There was 4 congressmen, 1 representative, 1 engineer, and a director of CIA. So definitely my background is different there. I'm also probably the first ever candidate running that was on Skid Row twice in his life, literally, physically, mentally, and morally, who picked himself up from his bootstraps and had been recovered from alcoholism 32 years. 32 years. And with the help of my higher power, which I choose to call God, and a lot of good people with a lot of patience. And it's been a great life. I shared with you and many others in my last tape about the 12 principles that I live by. And they sure do work. You know, there's been some other presidents that have had an alcoholic background. You had U.S. Grant. He was the 18th President of the United States, and he was an alcoholic. And he had been briefly removed from the military because of a serious drinking problem. But he returned to the military and leading the North to a victory in the Civil War, and shortly after became president. His drinking was so serious that it bankrupted him and his money problems after leaving office. Of course, you had George W. Bush, the 43rd United States president, that said he stopped drinking at age 40. But both Grant and Bush did not seek professional help or any support group. And I've had professional help for my alcoholic abuse, and I've been going to support groups for 32 years. Not too many presidents had a severe childhood like mine. Andrew Jackson was one of the most controversial presidents of the United States, a tough childhood, but it produced a Reverend General and a controversial President of the United States. Abraham Lincoln, father was killed, and his family fortunes of the little family grew rapidly worse toward poverty. And of course, I'd be the only president that wouldn't be. I'd be one of the few presidents, pardon me, that haven't had an affair. We all know that Thomas Jefferson had an affair, Warren Harding had an affair, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, and Bill Clinton. But being a widow, I wouldn't be cheating on my wife. I do not smoke, so I'll not be burning the White House furniture or rugs. As a write-in candidate, you know, which has never won an election for the purpose of electing presidents, but we can be the first in the United States history to give a real underdog a chance. Like I said, the little engine that could, well, I'm the unknown man that can. So it would be such a miracle to have 70 million people write Charles Earl Harvey for president on election for 2012. Thank you for your time. This is Charles Harvey. Page 3, the rest of the story. Good night.